Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board, and today we are convening a session. Today's category is water revenue. I apologize. Today is Tuesday, June 10th of 2025. With me is our board chair, Paula Weiss, as well as board members John O'Connor, Nancy Cameradiner, and George Matthews. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy. And by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. In the office is case number 2. I believe that's 717 Sally Avenue. So I think that's the case we're gonna do first after Paula reads in the continuances and we do the case regarding the status of the bankruptcy. Paula?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Tax Review Board hearings are now in session for June 10th, 2025. Before we move to the petitioners who are present for their hearings, we've got some administrative matters to attend to, starting with what is listed as case number 1 on our docket, 1226 West Harold Street. Last 4 digits of the docket, 8029. This matter has been continued. Case number 3 on our docket, last 4 digits of the docket, WG6F for 1051 Easton Road has been continued. And we're going to drop down to what is listed as case number 6 on our docket for 2950 Willits Road. Last 4 digits of the docket, 1451. This case has been listed for status due to the fact that it has been in bankruptcy, and we're not sure what the current status of that is and what our role and responsibility would be right now. So I'm going to turn to, I assume there's no one here for the petitioner, so I'm going to turn to the city's representative, Mr. Peng. I assume that you can update us?
Yeah. The bankruptcy case is recently discharged on May 20th, 2025. So
Yep. I'm sorry. Continue.
Currently, the city does not see a reason to for this case to be anything other than no action needed, because the debt involved in this bankruptcy case has been resolved by the bankruptcy discharge, and bankruptcy case was filed in around March of 2020, and the petitions filed in 2019.
All right, so the matter that had been appealed has been resolved through bankruptcy. So the board is then able to mark this as no action needed and close it on our docket. So can I get concurrence from board members for a no action needed decision?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Cameradiner, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. And that'll close out that case, 2950 Willits Road. Now we're going to move to the
Wait, Paula, can you
Yep.
just hold tight one moment? I'm sorry.
yes, go ahead.
Ms. Bullock, are you the court reporter?
She's muted.
Yeah, hold on. Ms. Bullock? Are you?
No.
Yes, you're my court reporter. I'm sorry, we started this without you. You were there and then you were gone.
No, I've been here. I didn't leave. I've been
You
here.
didn't I didn't see you on my list when I let everybody in. I apologize. So we started already.
Recap.
We can do a quick recap.
Hold on. Let me know. I'll just go on record. I can press record.
Please do. I'll
Okay.
just do the opening again, very quickly.
Thank you. One moment, please.
Of course.
Yeah, I reached out to admin. I was like, I'm still waiting. One moment. Okay. 1 second. I'm ready.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a recap as we have started some of these cases already. Today is Tuesday, June 10th of 2025. This is a session of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the executive director. With me is our board chair, Paula Weiss, as well as board members John O'Connor, Nancy Cameradiner, and George Matthews. I already gave the speech, but I'm going to do it again. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy, and by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. Our board chair read in some things, so I think she should read them again.
Oh, we're gonna do, okay, so the administrative matters that we had already discussed have to do with what is listed as case number 1 on our docket for 1226 West Harold Street. Last 4 digits of the docket, 80G9. That matter has been continued. Case number 3 on our docket, 1051 Easton Road. Last 4 digits of the docket, WG6F. That matter has been continued. And then we drop down to case number 6 on our docket, 1451 are the last digits for 2950 Willits Road. Having heard from the city representative that the federal bankruptcy case involving this petitioner has been recently resolved, and that resolution included the water revenue matter that had been under appeal to this board. There is no action needed by the Tax Review Board following the bankruptcy decision, so the board did vote for that to be our decision. No action needed, and that closes that matter out on our docket and for the Tax Review Board. Got it?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Camerdiner, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur. So that matter is now closed as far as our Tax Review Board docket. And we're going to go back up to what is listed on the docket as case number 2 for 717 Solly Avenue. Last 4 digits of the docket, TAOZ. And the petitioner in this matter is in our offices in our hearing room. And is that Mr. Ruffinock?
Yes, it is.
Good afternoon. My name is Paula Weiss, Chair of the Board. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Michael Rufinak.
Mr. Rufinak, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. We're going to turn to the city representatives so they can put on the record the dollar amounts and dates and controversy. And then we're going to come back to you and you'll have an opportunity to explain to us why you're here today and what you're looking for from the board.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Peng, is this your case?
Yes. My witness for this case will be Chanel Smith and Andrew Dabowski.
All right, well, I guess we'll start with Ms. Smith. Good afternoon. Can you state your full name and position with the city?
My name is Chanel Smith, and I will be the witness for the City of Philadelphia's Water Revenue Bureau.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you give us the amounts and controversy and the dates involved, please?
Yes, the period in question is the April 26, 2024 final read bill plus associated penalties and liens up to August 30th, 2024. And I want to note that the final read bill is for the period October 25th, 2019 through April 24th, 2024. The principal amount is $12,040.22. The penalties are $775.07. 0 liens, bringing the total dispute amount to $12,815.29.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Peng, do you have any opening comments?
Just briefly, that this is a back bill catch-up bill case. As Ms. Smith already stated, this bill was issued on around April 10th, 2024, for approximately 4+ years of water usages that are previously underbilled.
Okay.
One correction: the April 10th was actually, I think, it's the PWD visitation day. That's the day they acquired the reading.
Okay. Ms. Smith read the date of April 26th, 2024 as the bill date. So we have that in the record. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to turn back to Mr. Ruffinock. Why don't you explain to us what happened in your circumstance and what you're looking for?
It was a total shock to me when they sent me that bill for $12,000. I was even shocked that it was $1,200. Since I've acquired this property, I've been paying the bill on auto pay every month. Whatever the bill was automatically paid. So
When did you purchase the property?
back, well, I believe it was May of 2019. Let me make sure.
I have here May 8th of 2019. Does that sound correct?
That's about right, yeah.
Thank you, John. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, as long as I didn't see any huge thing, I had more, difference, either much lower or much higher. And it never had any reason to dispute it, just automatically paid the bill. Those was on auto pay.
Mhm.
I received a letter, you'll have to excuse me, whether they were coming out to change the battery or the actual meter. I don't recall what it actually was. I thought it was the meter, but after that conversation, I think they said the battery on it, okay? As soon as I received the letter, I scheduled that, got them out there as soon as I could, got it. And then I was shocked the next month I received a bill for $12,000 and change. I have no idea what this is, why. They said they didn't, I remember correctly, that they weren't billing me for usage. Why not? It's
What kind of property is this? Is this a business?
it's a rental, yes.
And what kind
I'm
of
sorry, rental.
rent? What is it, a residence or a commercial property?
It's residence,
It's a residence.
yes.
And how many people live in the property?
1, 2, 5.
5 tenants.
Yeah, 5 tenants.
Okay.
And oftentimes the one unit was completely empty.
There's actually 2 units there. It's a duplex,
It's a triplex.
triplex, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to tell us to start?
That's basically it. I mean,
Okay.
they put it either a new battery in or a new meter in, and then I got this ridiculous bill. And then I disputed it, and they gave me
Here we are.
So
So,
they gave me an offer of settlement. I said, why am I even responsible for any of this? This is actually no fault of mine. Nothing I did was negligent. It was, if anything, if it's accurate, which I don't even know if this is accurate, if it is accurate, who was negligent in this report? 5 years? 5 years to go without monitoring the usage? That's total negligence. I couldn't get away with that in my business or any business. Could you? I mean, it seems totally negligent on the part of their job is to make sure that every property in the city gets clean water. They monitor it. It's not to the homeowner to monitor it. They monitor it and bill accurately and then collect the accurate bill. That's their responsibility as far as I know. There might be more to it than that, but I don't know.
okay, so let's,
I did what I was supposed to do, paid the bill that I received every single month.
all right, let's turn back to the city and see what evidence they want to provide, and you'll have an additional opportunity to
I
either
appreciate it.
or to speak. So let's see what evidence they want to provide us. Mr. Peng?
You're on mute, Mr. Peng.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'd like to ask a few questions for the petitioner first.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to clarify your ownership status. Sir, are you the owner of the Yodagi LLC, right?
Yes,
And that LLC is the owner of the property, technically.
correct.
Okay. So you mentioned that this property is triplex rental property was roughly 5 tenants on average. So did you have a rental license for this?
Yes,
Is it still active?
yes.
Okay. So do you have any idea normally like what kind of activities your tenants do in general?
I didn't hear that. I didn't.
The kind of activities your tenants do? Do they parties, invite guests over, that sort of thing?
No, they're quiet.
Okay. Just do a general survey. So Was there so you say basically it's 3 units, so there's 3 bathrooms or more?
3 bathrooms, yes,
3 bathrooms and 3 sets of kitchens?
yes,
Okay. Oh, all right. So these bathrooms, they'll have showers and toilets and everything, right? It's full bathroom.
yes, full bathroom.
Dishwashers in the kitchen,
No,
just the sink.
just a sink, yes, just a sink.
So how's the laundry situation arranged in the property? Is it like a collective laundry room, or each unit have
They take their laundry to wherever they decide to go.
outside the property?
Yeah, at the laundromat. usually.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, sir, you read your water bills every month?
No, no, I'm busy. I have a life. What I do, if the bill is similar to last month's bill, nothing to jump out at the sky, there's nothing for me to do. It's just auto paid. If
Okay.
I
So
saw something like, for example, if I saw bills normally, whatever, $100, and all of a sudden I get a $300 bill, I want to look into it.
okay, I see. So
And it's on auto pay.
so you just let AutoPay take care of everything, and then that's it.
Yeah, unless there becomes something that's out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's
So
$12,000.
right, understand. So you already kind of alluded to this. So you mentioned that you think it's the city's duty to monitor the meters and pipes. So that means like you don't really monitor them, do you? I just want to confirm.
No, I'm not sure I'm clear on that question. It is not, I would assume the water department. I don't know. They provide the service. Correct? They provide the water.
Sir, it's a
They
simple
monitor
question.
it with
Like,
the meter. Right?
it's a simple question. Do you monitor, or do you monitor the
No, I
meters?
don't monitor it. Do
Okay.
you? No, I don't.
Yeah, it's just a simple confirmation question. Did you ever had a plumber look at your property's pipes and meters
There
at
was no
all?
reason to look at, no, there's no reason for it.
Did you look at, what about after the $12,000 bill?
No, I contacted, I guess it was the Water Revenue Department.
Okay.
And they, because I believe, I'm not 100% certain, because it was so high,
Uh-huh.
it got turned to was it the Revenue Department? Not the Water Revenue, but the Revenue. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, because I think it's something like anything over 5,000,
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
And there's to elaborate a little bit more. What else can a consumer do? Then they get the bill and they pay the bill, which is what I did. Whether it's on auto pay or wrote a check out, what else can a consumer do?
All right, Mr. Rubeck, we understand what you're trying
Okay.
to, the point you're trying to make. Mr. Peng, I'm sure will have a response.
Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. I would like to talk to Ms. Dabowski at this point.
Okay, Mr. Dabowski. There you are. Good afternoon. Could you state your full name and position with the city, please?
Sure, Andrew J. Dybowski, Assistant Manager, Philadelphia Water Department, Meter Division.
Mr. Dybowski, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Peng?
So Ms. Dabowski, can you tell us where you work?
Philadelphia Water Department, Meter Division,
How long have you been working there?
31 years.
And your positions at there?
Positions, I was a residential meter installer, commercial installer, repairman, indoor, out in the street. I was a supervisor, and presently I'm an assistant manager.
Okay. So what's your responsibility currently?
Currently, I oversee the installation of all new permitted installations for water meters, as well as any commercial accounts that are active for service and repair.
Okay. So you supervised PWD technicians currently or in your past, right?
Yes, I have.
Did you ever install meters and do meter service yourself?
Yes, I did.
How often did you do that?
Probably for the first 25 years or so of my career on a daily basis.
So you received training to do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that training including PWD's policies and procedures relating to installation and repair water meters?
Yes,
Um, is there a policy when you guys install change a meter?
yes, there is.
So does PW have a policy to make written records when they do a service a meter?
Yes, we do.
Can you briefly explain that policy?
Our policy is, it's no longer in effect for residential meters at this time. Up till 2022, we took a written report of the service work that was performed in an individual's home or commercial property, as well as did a digital copy of the work order that could be downloaded and kept in records.
Mm-hmm. So does PWD have a policy and records about taking photographs at these in the meter service?
Yes, we do.
Can you briefly talk about that as well?
All right, the most important thing we do is we take a picture upon arrival of what we see, the meter itself, the numbers, the readings on it. And if any service work is done or anything like that involves changing the meter number, radio, battery, whatever you want to call it, we also take a photo of the completed work with all necessary information pertinent to the account.
So the PW have a system to track all these written and photographic records, correct?
Yes, we do.
What's the name of that system?
That operating system's called Slinky.
That's the electronic system.
Yes, it is.
How often do you use this system?
It's open on my desktop all day long. It's the main operating system we use. 24.
Okay. All right. At this point, I would like to introduce Mr. Andrew Dabelski as the custodian of the record for Philadelphia Water Department.
So accepted.
I would like to share some document with the board. Okay. Okay. Mr. Dabelski, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
What is this?
This is the digital download of the completed jobs from such date 4/10 of 2024 for all service workers within the city of Philadelphia.
And I'm
What
going to
is-
interrupt, Mr. Penn. Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah. All right. Let me.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. So what is the information on this document came from, Mr. Dabelski?
It came from the service technician's work order on that date.
So PW keep these records as part of his regularly conducted business?
Yes, we do.
All right. I'd like to mark this document as City 1 and introduce it as evidence.
So accepted.
So, Mr. Dabelski, the water department technician went out to the property at 717 Solid Avenue at April 10th, 2024.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, can you, how do you know that information?
We have the download of history from the work order on site and the scheduled appointment in our record to go to the property as well.
Okay, so the current file being shared to City 1?
Yes.
So what did the technician do when they got to petitioner's property on that day?
They simply changed, as the petitioner mentioned, the battery, which is the ERT, to the new state-of-the-art sending unit in that, so it can be read hourly instead of monthly. Standard
Okay.
procedure. We're updating all the sending units or batteries throughout the entire city at that time.
Okay, that's okay. Just for the record, Mr. Dabelski, can you explain what is a meter assembly? What's components of meter assembly?
You have two parts. You have the brass meter itself, which is the vessel the water travels through. And the second part is the ERT, which contains the register that has the actual reading on it that calculates from the water that goes through the meter, and the sending unit that sends the read to the reader van monthly.
Okay, can you tell us how the meter body and ERT work together?
There was the meter and register in the ERT are driven magnetically, and the ERT is wired to the register that calculates the water internally electronically, as well as sends the reading monthly through a radio wave.
Okay, so the meter calculates the usage and ERT sends it out.
Correct.
So from a document, according to the city one, do you see did Meter Tech report anything wrong with the existing meter assembly other than updates?
No, nothing on the screen indicates anything out of the ordinary.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Dabowski, if I can interrupt then.
Mhm.
So is it your testimony that this ERT battery was replaced just as part of regular maintenance in the area or for that particular property, not because there was a problem that had been indicated somewhere along the way?
No, this was part of the mass change out for the new AMI system.
Okay, so this was not as a result of the water department determining there was a problem at the property. This was just a routine upgrade, essentially. Is that correct? Am I getting?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, does that mean that the Water Revenue Bureau or Water Department, I'm going to be the water records, up to that point, that water revenue was receiving from the ERT in that property?
I believe they were receiving a reading. A representative from the Revenue Bureau could answer the reading history, and I don't know better than I could.
Okay, thank you. That was very helpful.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So did the technician receive a reading on that day?
Yes, they did.
Is that reading on this? What is that reading?
That reading is on the city one. The reading was 3950.
Okay. So did the technician also took a photograph?
Yes, they did.
All right.
Can we see that?
Yeah. Let me enlarge it.
Yeah.
So I would like to mark these as these photographs as city 2. Mr. Dabowski, are these the photos the Meter Tech took on the day?
Yes, they are.
Did visit? Okay. How do you know this information?
The information on the meter and is evident on what's in city one as well.
Okay. Is the usage shown on the found meters photo matches the reading numbers on the city one?
Yes, they do.
So does water department take these photos as part of his regular conducted business?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to introduce city 2 to evidence.
But I have another question about this first. Mr. Dabowski, after the ERT battery is changed and the picture is taken and we see the 395 and that's the reading, does this meter get reset in any way?
The meter itself was operating fine. It was a problem with the radio register, or it would be.
So would I guess this is because my next question is, therefore, assuming the meter was fine, the ERT battery is now working, life is good, should the next reading be something after the number 395?
No, it would have, he has another photo where there was another reading that it would have began from after this was changed. I believe he's got it at the bottom. So the next reading would begin with a start reading after removal of 3950. You would get a new radio or ERT number and a start reading of 2139. And then it would advance monthly after that. The next one, instead of being it would go from 2139 maybe to 2149 for billing purposes.
All right, so
So-
it doesn't progress from the 395 number.
No, it does not.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Beck, so this is the 2139. You talk about the new beginning, right?
Correct.
So so this just to clarify, so this dial on top of meter, so this is also part of the ERT?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what do you call this? Just,
That would be the register, we call that.
okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Stabelski. I think I have no question for you anymore.
Okay. You're welcome.
Now I would like to talk to the WRB witness, Ms. Chanel Smith. I'll stop sharing. Okay. Ms. Smith,
Yes,
have you had a chance to review petitioner's account?
yes.
All right. So according to the city record, what kind of property is this?
It's a multifamily.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So according to your end of the information, is the meter assembly in the petitioner's property, is the meter in the petitioner's property the same, currently the same meter that that registered the usage, the meter tag found on April 10th, 2024?
Yes,
So if the petitioner, so a meter test could be done on the meter, if it was requested.
yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the catch-up bill on the issued after the April 10th, 2024 meter shop visits. So did visits resulted in any billing changes?
Yes,
What sort of billing changes that?
a catch-up bill.
Can you please define what that is?
It's when accounting adjusts or corrects a bill or billing period and then issues another bill to reflect that correction or adjustment.
Okay, so is this correctional adjustment based on actual readings or estimated readings?
Actual.
Can you tell us the difference between actual and estimated reading as well?
Actual reading is readings generated by actual water usage. Estimated readings are readings generated when there is no response between meter ERT and the towers.
Okay. So was this instant catch-up bill? So it was this this bill calculated from the meter readings received on April, recorded by the PW Field Technician on April 10th, 2024?
Correct.
Okay. Ms. Smith, do you mind show your basis screen so that the board can see the meter the reading number on that day?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes. That is the read and that is the consumption.
So so as we can see, the meter reading is 3950 in the system as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. So how much exactly is this catch-up bill in the dollar amount?
$12,040.22.
So what are the periods this catch-up bill covers?
October 25th, 2019 through April 24th, 2024.
Approximately how many months is that?
54.
Okay, so the periods that this catch-up bill covered before the catch-up bill was issued was the readings prior to the catch-up bill issued was the reading estimated or actual?
Actual.
I mean, before
I'm
it
sorry,
was
what was
issued.
that answered?
You're saying the
Yeah,
before
prior to the catch-up
was
bill,
issued.
what was
Oh,
the reading?
estimated. Okay, I thought you were saying before the disputed period. Yeah, so before the
Okay.
bill, before the catch-up bill was issued, the readings were estimated, as you can see here.
Okay. So the catch-up, these estimated readings, will they be reflecting on the water bills that we send out every month?
Yes,
The bill will show that the reading was estimated, correct?
correct.
So what was the city's policy concerning when a water customer receive a bill that have estimated readings?
To call customer service, notify customer service.
did the quorum petitioner notify the customer service?
No,
Okay, never notified at all?
no.
Okay. The petitioner mentioned that he says he claimed it is city's duty to monitor the meters and pipes inside of individual property owners' property. Is that the same policy for the city as well?
Ask me the question again.
What was city's policy when it comes to homeowners in relation to to monitoring the meter assemblies and pipes in their home?
Basically that they have to monitor the meter assembly and make sure that it doesn't undergo any damage. And if there is any, also monitor your bills to make sure that you're receiving usage and that your usage is actual. And if they're not, then you are to notify customer service to have someone come out and look at the meter.
Okay, so did petitioner did that notify the customer service about to request a meter shop visits or report any abnormality?
No, let me make sure.
You have an answer, Ms. Smith?
No, I'm still looking just to make sure. During the dispute period, no, he did not. Now,
Okay,
once he got once he got the catch-up bill, he called about the catch-up bill, but during the dispute
Mhm.
period, no.
Okay, and there was estimated usage on the bills though, right? It wasn't zero.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. Payne, want to move on?
Can I stop
okay.
sharing it? Should I stop sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides the periods covered by the catch-up bill, what charges appeared on the accounts?
Usage, stormwater, and service.
Are they generally actual progressive?
Yes.
Just for the record, can you briefly explain what stormwater and service surcharge are?
Service fees is what the water customers charge for the pipe connection to and from the main water system, sewer system. And the stormwater fees is basically a maintenance fee of water running off the impervious areas to be received and cleaned in the sewer system.
What about usage charges?
The usage charges are charges for water used in the property.
Okay. So you say otherwise the catch, besides the period covered by the catch-up, you're saying the usage otherwise is actual progressive?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Payne,
All right.
you don't have to ask it more than once. We got it.
Sorry. I have no more questions. Just let me give me a moment. I'll do I'll gather some thoughts and do a brief closing.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, you know, I'm going to hold you off. I'm going to go back to Mr. Ruffinack. Do you have any questions for the water revenue representative?
Yeah, I was a little distracted here. I was looking at what I received, and there's nothing here that says estimated, okay? I don't know how I can share this.
Are you looking at a regular monthly bill?
I'm looking at what I received from the water company, City of Philadelphia, Department of Revenue, Water Revenue Department. Your water bill is available, an electronic copy of your bill, so on and so forth. Service address, 715, this has both of them, okay? 715 and then 717.
Okay, you're looking at an email.
Can you see this?
No, we cannot see
No.
that. But yeah, we're familiar.
Camera.
We're familiar.
All right. There's nothing here that says estimate. There's nothing. No, there was never any time that I was told to. If I'm paraphrasing what I believe Ms. Smith said about a disputed period of time. The only thing I received was a notice to change. And again, I believe it was the battery and not the meter, because if I think about it, if they
No,
change
that's
the
true.
meter, they're gonna have to shut the water off in order to do that. So I'm sure it was just the battery.
I think I can clarify the situation. Ms. Smith, I think it'd be easier if you show the petitioner and the board a couple of the bills, random bills during the disputed period. So let's see where the estimated readings at.
Can you
I don't
see-
receive that. I do not receive that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is,
I would get that if I got, what do you call it, through a paper bill. I don't get the paper bill. I just get it electronically.
And you're on auto pay. I know you've already
Yeah,
testified to that.
yeah.
All right, so that's not really going to be pertinent.
Okay.
All right. So I think we understand your circumstance, Mr. Rufinuk, how we got to this point. Mr. Pang, if you have any brief remarks for you to add something new, if not, the board is going to step back and have a conversation about this matter.
Yeah, just let me briefly explain. So first of all, as we know, this is a petitioner's petition, so the burden of proof is on him. He kindly clarified that this is a triplex property, was at least 5 tenants in the property most of the time, and the fact that unfortunately
That maximum would be 5. Other times there's like 3.
Okay, all right, 3 to 5 people in the property, and then unfortunately the petitioner said like he doesn't really read these bills, even though the city does send paperless bills, electronic to the water customers, even though they may not be on a paper, but city does send those bills. And I understand petitioner
To me,
say.
All right, you can't interrupt him, Mr. Rufinuk. You've got
I'm
to.
sorry.
That's
And petitioner has no plumber's report, and then he claimed he doesn't monitor or the pipes or meters. So from city's perspective, petitioner didn't really produce any evidence to bolster his claims. And also, as the city witness has testified, that the back bill, the $12,000 back bill, was based on actual readings acquired by PW field technicians when they serviced the meter, and then that number was recorded in the PW system, transferred to the WRB system, and there's a photo showing the exact number they recorded. And also, if petitioner were monitoring his bills, this whole situation might not came about, because city would have noticed the estimated bill earlier, and then the meter shop would have gone earlier.
okay.
So at this point, since petitioner didn't really produce any evidence to bolster his case, and city had proven that the city's bill was based on a actual reading, the city will ask the board to dismiss the case, to deny the petition.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to step back for a few minutes.
May I speak in regards to some of the things he said?
All right, one
What
minute.
do you consider monitoring water? We sit in front of the water meter all day long, every day. If there's not an issue, if there's no problem, what is there to monitor? Okay, just right now, do you know if your shoes are tied or not tied? You know if they're untied, you got to address it. But what is there to monitor? If a tenant has an issue, they'll contact me, in which case they'll address it. In
I
this
think what he meant
situation-
was the bills, Mr. Rufinuk. I think.
Yeah, but what is there for me to monitor?
The bills,
Other
the
than
bills,
what the bill comes in and there doesn't seem to be any red flags, I pay it.
I understand, but the bill itself would have indicated that the readings were estimates.
No, they don't. They don't say anything on there. If the paper bill says that,
That's,
okay,
yes.
but I don't receive a paper bill. I opted when they gave me a chance to do the auto pay. I forget exactly why, but trying to be a good citizen.
No,
going
we
through this.
understand. We understand.
There's
Okay.
nothing there that says estimate on my bills.
I mean, just one last thing to answer your questions. As the city witness testified, the city policy does say you need to monitor, the water customer does need to monitor their meters and pipes. And like I said, we do send paperless bills electronically. If you need more information, Mr. Snell Smith would happily to provide that to you.
There was
right,
no
we're- that's-
reason for me, there was no reason for me,
we've already heard
there was
this.
no reason for me to
Okay,
monitor
okay,
it any
that's
further
enough.
than I was
Heard-
monitoring.
That's enough.
Why weren't you monitoring
Mr.
that for 5
Heard it.
years? How come,
Well-
if you guys
Okay, we're gonna go in the back room. He doesn't want to listen to any directions or anything like that.
Okay, we're
We're
gonna
gonna-
step back.
Yeah, the board is gonna step back.
Okay, I think we are back on the record. We have everybody. Yes, I see everybody. Melissa. All right, we're back on the record. The tax review board members did step back to our own Zoom meeting room to discuss the information provided, the documents presented, and the testimony of the petition testimony placed on the record by the city. We do recognize that the petitioner has shown tremendous good faith through the years in terms of paying each bill per month as sent by the city, but not looking specifically at each bill each month once auto pay was enabled. However, so it is our decision to make an adjustment to the bill for the period 10/25/2019 through April 24th, 2024 to reduce the, we're going to direct the Water Revenue Bureau to reduce the usage being billed from 3,200 cubic feet to 1,000 cubic feet. And keeping in mind that he will have credit for the estimated usage for all the years that he did pay for, and we're going to direct that all the penalties be waived. So that will create a reduction in that bill that's being appealed. Can I get concurrence from board members?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Camerino, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
All ways I concur. Mr. Ruffinack, you will get a letter from the tax review board within about 2 weeks with our decision to reduce the usage that was part of that bill. And either party may appeal to the Court of Common Pleas within 30 days should they so desire. Barring that, there will be an adjusted bill from the Water Revenue Bureau for any balance that may still be due after the reduction. So that will conclude the matter. And thank you for coming in and providing your information. We appreciate it.
Thank you all for your time. I apologize for getting a little hot there.
We understand.
I guess I'm a little bit younger than I think I am sometimes.
We know, we
Stay
understand.
young.
It's a very frustrating situation. There's no doubt
It
about
is.
it. Thank you for
It is.
coming in.
Thank
And, we hope we've provided you with some sufficient relief.
I hope so. I'm going to get the bottom line. I hope so.
All right, well, take care. And we're
Thank
gonna,
you very much. Am I done?
yes, you can leave.
All right, thank you.
And we're gonna move on. Melissa, we're gonna do number 5 next or 4?
5, 3151 G Street.
G
They were
Street?
the next ones on.
Okay, last 4 digits of the docket, NJS4. Believe everybody is on Zoom. Okay, and Ms. Mohammed, can you hear us? And can you say something so we can hear you?
Can you hear us?
Yes. All right. Could each of you please state your full names for the record?
My name is Ramat Mohammed.
My name is Fatima Mohammed.
Okay. Do each of you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. All right, so we're going to turn to the city first to start us off with the information as to the dollar amounts and dates and controversy. Then we will come back to you and you can explain to us why you're here, or what your position is with regard to the outstanding water bill you've petitioned. Mr. Peng? You're on mute.
Yeah, Yim Peng represent the city. Ms. Smith, can you give the numbers?
Yes, the period in question is September 10th, 2020 through August 26th, 2024. The principal amount is $29,430.15. The penalty is $4,540.95. The lien amount is $1,080.95, bringing the total dispute amount to $35,052.05.
Okay, Mr. Peng, any opening comments?
Yeah, first of all, my understanding this is the petitioners are disputing their entire count. So this is basically returns it.
I can't hear anybody. Am I?
Sir, this is not your case, but we can figure out that in a moment. Go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Peng.
Yeah, so that means most of the periods in dispute here is non-proton. As you know, the city object to non-proton consideration unless petitioner can prove they have no affirmative can affirmatively show that they have neither the actual or constructive notice of disputed bill until 60 days before the petition date, so that 60 days before petition date, based on this 60 days prior to the signature, the petitioner's signature on the theory petition was, for my calculations, was June 8th, 2024. So any periods before that should be in non-proton range, and city object to the petition of the non-proton periods.
So we're looking at a bill, though, the $34,000 bill is for the period June 19th, 2024 to July 18th, 2024. So I'm not sure which other period.
Paula, it was September 10th, 2020.
2020.
Miss Smith, can you
But-
confirm that it was 2020 and not 2024?
Yes, it was September 10th, 2020 through August 26th, 2024.
And when was that first billed?
September, let me give you an example.
Recording in progress.
September 10th, 2020.
So I guess my question is this $34,000 bill that we have attached to our petition an accumulation that has been billed every month, or is this a deficiency bill as we've seen in some prior cases where the whole amount showed up in one bill
Billed every month.
and just an accumulation?
Yes, along with, billed every month, yes.
Okay, so Ms. Mohammed, I'm not sure which one of you is taking the lead. The city is saying that for most of the years, almost 4 in question, you were getting regular bills that were in these amounts that accumulated to 34,000, but you did not appeal until 2024. Can you address that? Were you receiving bills regularly?
No, they were sending the bills to the wrong address.
Okay. And were you aware that you were not receiving water bills for this property?
No, because when we bought the property in September 2020, the leases that we received said that the tenants were responsible for water, and we weren't getting bills because they were going to the wrong address.
Okay, Ms. Smith, where were the bills going for most of this time period, if you can tell us?
So the very first bill was being sent to the property at 3151 G Street. I'm gonna pick another random bill in 21.
Ms. Smith, I think it might be better if you share the screen so everybody can see.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Peng.
Mm-hmm. 3151 G Street. G Street, that's 2023.
Ms. Smith,
Yeah.
I think you're opening up another window and that window is not being shared.
Oh, because it's right on my screen.
Yeah, you have to actually make sure that it goes to that screen when you're sharing the screen.
Gotcha.
If it's opening up another window.
I think the window you're showing is the one was showing the basis system, so you can move the bills to that window. That would be great.
So everything is being shown on one screen on my end. So I don't,
All
it's
right.
not like I have the ability to move it anywhere
All right, well,
else.
let's try to do it a different way. Ms. Smith, so what you're showing us, at least what we're seeing now, is the bill with these petitioners' names. Is this a landlord account? Were there tenant accounts?
No, I only see one account.
Okay.
I think,
Go ahead, Mr. Peng.
yeah, I think if Ms. Smith can show the bills, let me just ask. I think she can just testify. So you're saying the bills generally sent to 3151 G Street for the couple bills you showed?
Yeah, they all were sent to the property address.
All right, I'd like to share some screen to show something related to that matter. Bear with me. Let me see. Here, right. Okay. So so this is the deed when petitioner acquired the property in
You're gonna have to
2020.
zoom in.
All right, all right. So you see, this is my understanding is the deed for petitioner when petitioner gain the title of the property.
Okay.
So what I was gonna show is on their tax form, they said themselves that their mailing address is 3151 G Street.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
All right. So you already seen that. All right, let me all right, that's what I was gonna show, and then let me unshow it. All right. Okay. 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 All right. So by showing that, what I was trying to say is, city is going by the mailing address given by the petitioner.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, all right, we're going to note your objection, Mr. Peng, and we will discuss it, but we're going to move on.
Okay.
So if you have any other opening comments regarding the bill, that would be fine. If not, we will turn to the petitioners.
Yeah. I guess really short. As we can see, this is a dispute of basically the entire count, and then the readings, from my understanding, is Action Progressive. So city see no reason to make any adjustments. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Ms. Mohammed, what would you like to tell us about how all of this came about in your dispute for this bill?
All right, thank you for the opportunity to speak. We bought the property in September 2020. At that time, there were existing tenants. And again, like I said, the lease indicated that they were responsible for the bill. Now, at that time, we did attempt to access the property in order to just, do walkthroughs and things like that. It was two things were happening. Number one was pandemic, and number two, the tenants actually did not allow us to enter because every time we attempted to enter, they would let the dogs out. So we were not able to enter, which is, again, another reason why we decided to start the eviction process. We started the eviction process in 2021. It took another year for eviction to actually be granted, at which point we were able to have the sheriff evict the tenant. At which point we went in, shut off the water from the basement, made sure everything was off, and then boarded up the property. And September 2022.
When was the actual eviction?
It was August 2022.
Thank you.
Yeah, it took a year for that to happen. And like I said, trying to get access before was impossible because they literally said, let the dogs out. But during that time, again, we weren't getting the bills, and I understand that, what he just showed, but we weren't getting it. But anyway, so we were going through the eviction, got them evicted, shut off the water in the basement, boarded up the property. And at that time, when you actually look at our bill retroactively, when I did the analysis of all of our bills for the 48 months, I saw that on September 2022, the service charge was 0. So there was an acknowledgement, I think, that something was going on with the property because service charge was 0. And then anyway, even though we boarded up the property, they still managed to act like, I think a couple months later, they broke into the property again because we boarded it up with wood. So then at that point in February 2023, we called dogs because dogs has metal doors. So we had dogs secure the property fully with metal. So at that point, there was no ability to access the property at all. And the main reason we did that is because we needed to go and raise the funds to go back and do the renovation on the property. We didn't have enough funds to do that, so we had to just secure the property. So February 2023, we put the dog's doors and then it was sealed. And then when I went to, so at that point we were just working and saving up money so that we could do renovations. And then I went out to go get a loan so that we can fill in the rest of the money to do renovations. And that's when at that point they're like, oh, there's this bill. And I'm going, okay, what happened? And so I started to kind of go back in time to try to figure out what happened. But based on, again, I went and looked at every single bill. I documented it. And there's just, if you look at the trend of the water bill, the usage and it didn't make sense. And you would have months where the usage was super low, then was super high. And we're talking about usage that is restaurant level usage, like usage where if you go into the house, you would see flooding usage. And we didn't see any water damage when we went back to do renovations. So it was very strange to me how the fluctuation was happening when we were looking at the bills. I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I did send it to the attorney representing the city. So you do have the records, and we're talking fluctuations that are restaurant level use. And then in some months you'll see, like, again, super low, and so none of that made sense. And then on top of that, you had, months where service charge was zero, but usage was super high. So again, we looked at it, we looked at the information, and I have a friend who actually does, she deals with water department on a commercial level, and she looked at my bill and she couldn't figure out what was going on either. And so that's why we're petitioning, because it's a mystery to us. But this is what we know. Like I said, we boarded up the property. And it's when it was in the process of going to get a loan to get money to renovate the property, that we came upon this issue.
And after you went through an entire eviction process, did you not think you should look at the water bill?
No, you know what? And again, no, to be quite honest, no, we didn't.
We thought it was on
We
the
we
tenant.
thought it was under the tenants, and we weren't getting anything. And so it didn't even cross our minds that was.
Yeah, I never really, I thought you have to go to the city to order the service in order for you to get the service. So I really never think
never
I
even
need
thought
to
about
go
it.
and check. When we got the property, it was the tenant, they paying the bill. So honestly, I
We
thought
never
the
thought
bill
about
is
it.
under the tenant.
It never crossed our mind. It really wasn't until I went to get that loan to do the renovation that it was just like, oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, that's
So
when we
it
discovered
was-
the water, the lien on the
Okay.
property.
So we're going to turn to the city for their information on this matter. Mr. Peng?
Yeah, first, I like to cross the petitioner a little bit. I have first I'd like to clarify some ownership questions. So, what is your relationship with the Triple E Consulting Partners?
Yeah, that's an entity it's a business entity that my mom and I started.
So, is that entity currently technically the owner of the property currently?
Currently, yes, but not
And-
at the time that it was purchased, but currently, yes.
And you guys owning the entity?
Yes, she and I, my mom and I.
And before that, you guys are the owners of the property directly?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. So, can you just briefly tell the board, so how many units are in this property?
It's zoned as a 2-unit property.
Okay. It's 2 units property. Okay. So in your petition I read, you mentioned something about okay, so you mentioned let me just confirm the date. So you mentioned you had a tenant in the properties since your ownership starts, and then until August 2022, you kick them out, you evict them out, and then somebody broke in the property again, and you mentioned you seal them up in September 2023.
So yeah, no,
Is it
no,
the
no,
same time,
no.
the same.
So the eviction happened on on August 2022 is when the city evicted. And that same month, the
same
same
day.
day, actually, when
I'm
we went to
sorry,
the
I'm
sheriff.
sorry.
But
If
one person
is testifying,
Okay.
the other person cannot speak.
Okay.
It's confusing for our court reporter. I understand you have information to give, but please remember this is being like actually typed up.
Okay, all right, sorry about that. So the same day that the sheriff accompanied us to do the eviction is the same day we boarded the property, but we used wood at that time. Now, between then, so that was September 2022. And then in between September 2022 and February, again, people managed to break in. So February 2023 is when dogs installed their strong metal doors. That was February 2023.
Okay, this is February 2023.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And the exhibit that we gave to you guys.
okay. So you did you during any of these disputed period, did you I understand, did you ever had a chance to examine the meter assemblies or the pipes within the property, or the tenants prevented you from going in, like you said?
During all of this, like I said, that we would go in, the dogs would come out and we could not go in. So it was when we went to do the sealing of the eviction, at that point, we had somebody go in and turn off the water for us, but we just didn't think to, to do any of that stuff. It was just like, okay, go turn off the water, make sure the faucets are off, seal up the property.
Uh-huh. So how about after you seal after the tenants were evicted and you seal the property, did you went in to check the meters and pipes after that?
No, sir, we didn't have any reason to.
Okay. You mentioned that you didn't really read any bills because you thought the bills were tenants. But since you're here, at some point you started reading your bills. So when you started reading your bills?
So it was, remember when I went to go and take out the loan? When I went to go and take out a loan to do the renovation for the property, that's when I discovered the lien on the property. At which point I went back and started reviewing all of the records.
So when would that be? Do you have approximate time?
Yeah, I started, this year is 2025, so it would have been around April or May of 2024 is when I started going back. Probably June is when I discovered it. So somewhere around April, May, June, sometime in the summer.
Okay. Okay. All right, I understand. So I understand you for a while you weren't able to get into property. Do you have an idea how many people might be living in this property?
From the leases we had an elderly gentleman on the first floor, one, and then a couple on the second floor. So 3 people is what we knew when we got the property, and we acquired them with the property.
Okay.
Really, no. From firsthand
From
experience.
personal experience, no, ma'am.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for that information. So did you apply anything like a vacancy license or a D permit after you secured the building?
No, we did not know we had to do that.
Okay. Okay.
But we do now.
Okay. So at this point, I would like to share a couple photos with the board and petitioner to confirm certain things.
Go right ahead.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. So, Ms. Muhammad, so is this your property? You saying properly sealed?
Yes, sir. These do look like the dog's window and doors that we had put up.
And
Okay.
Bike, is that the property with the bike?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay.
So this is in September 2023.
That's right.
So, but you see, in August in 2024, it appears the building is open again.
Yes. Yes, sir. I was doing renovations at that time. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's okay. Yes, sir. I was doing renovations at that time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That clarifies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, I didn't have, sorry, just to make sure you understand why I left I was doing renovations and I left the dog's door and window because of security reasons. I didn't want people to be seeing what was going on during renovations.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Mm.
All right, I'll stop sharing. Then, so, so can you, so this property is located near the, Kensington and Allegheny?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in your, petitions, you mentioned something about, shut-offs. Can you elaborate on that situation a little bit?
Well, we were unclear. Again, when I started doing my research, this is after the fact, after I found out what was going on. I did call the water department because I was confused about how a bill could even get that high without the city doing anything. And I did ask. And I remember being told something like, oh, if it's more than 1,000, then yes, the water department does go and do shutoffs. And I did remember asking, well, how come this wasn't done in this case, right? So, that was me trying to figure out what was happening.
Okay, so did you get a confirmed answer from city?
No.
What okay,
No, sir.
okay. All right. All right, thank you for the information. I just want one last thing. I just want to briefly ask you as you know, how many so you said 2 units. Were there more than 2 bathrooms?
Yes, each unit has a bathroom, sir.
Okay, were they shower-based bathroom or just,
Yes, sir. Each unit has a shower.
okay. Each unit also has a kitchen, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Do they have dishwashers or just sinks?
No, just sinks, sir.
How would a tenant do laundry? Laundry.
Outside of the building, sir.
Outside building. Okay. Is there any other water fixtures in the property?
No, sir.
Okay. Let me see. Did you ever had a plumber check this property?
No, it was only during renovations that I had, plumbers come through, but not before. We didn't have any access and we didn't have any reason to.
So during renovations, you have a plumber. The plumber have anything to say on this issue?
No.
On this case? No, no? Okay. So did you contact PWD or WRB for any meter shop for?
Yes, sir. During renovations, again, because I was doing my homework on this and I looked at the fluctuations on the meter readings, during renovations, I did ask them to come and take a look at that meter because I
Okay.
wasn't comfortable with the meter.
All right, so Mr. Payne, could we stick to the period of time that's under appeal?
Yeah, well, the period of time, basically it's the entire period,
Well, okay.
the entire count, basically. Okay. Just one last question for you. Did you ever request a meter test at all?
So not a test, I just had them ask them to come and replace it. And they did. They kindly came out and they gave me a new meter, but I didn't request a test, sir.
Okay. Do you know the approximate date when the meter tech came to property?
Okay, so, oh.
Don't you know that, Mr. Payne?
I think the record indicates it was 10/23/24.
Okay, so that if that's the case, then that's when it was.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to talk to Ms. Dabelski on concerning this meter shop visit.
Mr. Dabowski, turn your camera on, please, and you're still under oath, of course. Okay, Mr. Payne?
Ms. Dabelski, can you state your name for the record?
Andrew J. Dybowski,
Where do you work?
Philadelphia Water Department Meter Division.
What position you held?
I've held as a few positions. I was a residential meter installer, commercial meter installer, shop repairman, supervisor, and presently I'm an assistant manager.
What's your responsibility today?
Presently, I oversee the issuance of all new water permits for the city of Philadelphia, as well as the supervising of the commercial meter accounts within the city.
Did you ever supervise field meter shop field tech?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever install service meter yourself?
Yes, I did.
How often how often did you do the meter service yourself?
Probably for about the first 25 years of my career on a daily basis.
Okay, so you received training for all these positions you have, right?
Yes.
Did your training include information about policies and procedures of PWD about installing and service the meter?
Yes.
Any policies? Do you got trained for the policies procedure about taking written records when you service a meter?
Yes.
Can you briefly explain that policy?
Well, and whenever we service a meter, all written or photographic information is taken directly in front of the meter. The written information is also entered electronically, and a photo is taken for verification purposes. We have a two-stage verification.
Mm-hmm. The city have a policy for photographic records for the meter services?
Yes, we do.
What about that policy?
The policy states to take a photograph of what you see upon entrance into the property at the meter. And if any service work or anything is done, a photo upon completion of any service work done.
What system do a city have to restore these written and photographic information?
That's just called Slinky.
That's an electronic system?
Yes, it is electronic.
How often you use that system?
Every day. It's always open on the desktop.
Okay. All right. I would like to introduce Ms. Tabelski as a custodian record for Philadelphia Water Department.
So accepted.
All right. I'd like to share something. Okay. Let me see. Do I have anything? Okay. This is it. Okay. G Street. Okay. All right. Mr. Baxter, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
What is this?
This is the digital download for the completed work orders on said date.
What did the information in this document came from?
It came from the service worker who was at the property.
Mm-hmm. So does PW keep this record as part of his regularly conducted business?
Yes, we do.
I'd like to mark this document as City 1 and introduce it to evidence.
So accepted.
So Ms. Tabelsi, did the Water Department field technician go out to the property on 3151 G Street on or about October 23rd, 2024?
Yes, we did.
Hey, I'm just waiting to, are you able to watch what's going on now?
Sorry,
Mr. Okay.
he was
Muted.
off mute.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you know this information, Ms. Tabelsi?
The evidence there in City 1 as well as our records for appointment scheduling and on-site work.
So why did technician go to that property?
We were there to upgrade the water meter as well as find out why it wasn't sending a reading to us, advancing monthly.
Okay. So what did technician do on the property?
They went out there, they upgraded the radio on the meter itself.
Okay. All right. Mr. Bowser, can you explain briefly what's a meter assembly?
Meter assembly contains two parts. You have the brass meter itself that the water goes through, that calculates magnetically to the register, which holds the amount of water going through it, and the radio or the earth that sends the reading from the register to the reader van or to the tower.
So so the meter records the reading, right?
The register records the reading, yes.
And then the earth is what's sending reading out?
Correct.
Can you briefly explain what is earth and its components?
The earth has two components. One is the register that actually shows the calculated numbers on the face of it, and the ERT is the memory board and the battery that sends the read to the reader van.
Okay, so how did so in collection, how did the ERT interact with the meter collectively?
Collectively, it's magnetically driven. For the
Okay. So would it fair to say the meter records the readings and then the ERT collectively sends the reading to the city?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay. So as you see on the city one, the technicians who take a lot of notes on this meter shop visits, can you briefly explain what happened here?
Sure. On the right side there, next to the light blue photo, is where the comments were entered by the service technician. Number 2 is just a code for viable, means it's a good property. It's not collapsing. It's unoccupied. And he also wrote that the meter and radio were upside down. They weren't in a standard position that we normally see them upward facing. And it says it needs no shutoff. It needs a plumber to install a main shutoff valve on that. So what our service worker did is he sealed it down with a locking seal, which is a metallic, similar to a zip tie to hold it in position. And if it's tampered with and they're cut, we would know it in the future.
So Mr.
So you-
Grabowski, if I could interrupt, is the fact that the meter and radio are upside down something that would affect, interfere, or in some way corrupt the meter readings?
No, it wouldn't affect the meter readings, no. But
Okay.
it does show evidence that it was moved. For what reason, we're uncertain.
You mentioned something about a shut-off valve need to be installed. There's some needs to have a plumber. Can you explain a little bit more on
Mr.
that?
Kang, I don't know that that's an issue for us today. I mean, I understand that that's a circumstance here, but I don't think that they're questioning any of that. We're really just talking
Okay.
about this usage for all of these years. So like, if we could just zero in on those issues in front of.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would-
I actually I'm leading the summer. So Mr.
Okay.
Bowski, the fact that there's some issue with there's no shut-off valve, it seems needs is that something meter shop does?
No, we wouldn't remove or install any service valves or anything. They're supposed to be provided by the homeowner.
Okay, so would you say the fact that the meter tag records needs plumber to fix shut-off valve indicates some sort of tempering?
Yes, at one point or another, yes.
Okay, all right. Did the technician record a reading for this visit?
Yes, they did.
What's that reading?
That reading on that date was 4973, I believe, if I'm looking, yeah, at 4973.
So you mentioned the meter was functioning fine at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me go. I'd like to mark the photos as city 2. So meter tech take the photos, take these photos during the visit.
Yes, they did.
Okay. How do you know this?
We have the evidence, we have the information in City 1 and was of record in our system for the contact and the scheduling.
So the photos and written records are both regularly part of regularly conducted business for the city when they take record of them?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'd like to reintroduce City 2 also to the evidence.
So accepted.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bowski. I'd like to talk to Ms. Smith. I will stop sharing. Ms. Smith, have you had an opportunity to review petitioner's account?
Yes.
Let me see. So what charges appeared on water customers' bill for the period in dispute?
Until August of 2022, it was usage, stormwater, and service. And then it was just stormwater and usage until October 2024. And then back to usage, stormwater, and service.
So
Okay.
no service charge during that time?
Certain periods, there was no service charge, and I believe that the petitioner did mention that there were a period of no service charges being billed.
Ms. Smith, what would cause no service charge?
I don't know.
Would illegal restore cost no service charge?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what would affect the service charge.
Did city record any illegal restore note?
Yes.
What did that happen?
Wait 1 second. It was on April 25th, 2023.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
And-
was there a shut off? And if so, when was that?
Yeah, so they went there to shut it off, but when they went to shut it off, it was they noted illegal, meaning a restore, I guess, was done because it was supposed to be a shut off at the property prior in October, August of 2022. So when they went there, I believe that the water was turned on when it was supposed to be shut off. And that's why they marked it as illegal. So so in April of 2023, they shut it off again.
Okay. So just for the records, Ms. Smith, can you just briefly explain the definition for service charge, stormwater charge, and usage charge?
You know what, Mr. Peng, it's not necessary. Let's move.
All
on.
right.
Thank you.
All right. So for the disputed period, were the water readings actual and progressive, Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any estimated charges?
Yes.
Were any of them consecutive to each other, or they're isolated incidents?
Isolated.
Were they resolved by following actual readings?
Yes.
Okay. See if I have any other questions. All right. So did water council ever contact the city before they filed the TRB dispute?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. So for the checkup on October 23rd, 2024, is there any the meter shop visit resulted in any billing changes or adjustments? Ms. Smith?
I'm looking it up.
All right, thank you.
No.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Wrap it up.
All right. Let me see if I have anything else. All right. I have no further questions. Unless the petitioner have any question, I would like to do a closing.
I have one question.
Go.
Ms. Smith, on the bill that was provided in the city's evidence packet, it says that there is no balance on the account as of 6/4/2025, which would have been last week. Can you explain that?
That's based on the current account, because the information that we're providing is based on the account when it was under Ms. Fatima Muhammad's. Since then, they transferred it into the new,
Owner?
yeah, which is still them, but under a different name, Triple E Consulting Partners. So that's probably what you see.
And
So it's a balance transfer.
it was a
right.
balance transfer. Okay, just making
Right.
sure
Mhm.
that I understand how to put this into the document.
All right. Ms. Muhammad, if you have any closing comments or something that we have not heard, please provide that.
No, you've heard everything and we submitted everything that we know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Pang, did you have any closing?
Yeah. I would just like summarize the situation. Now, the petitioner has testified that the property was occupied by incooperative, first by uncooperative attendants, and then was briefly sealed in 2022, after August 2022, and broken in again, and later was fully sealed in 2023, and is currently in renovation. So, majority of the period in dispute, we understand there is a good reason why the water is being used, and the amount of it is. Um, again, this is a petitioner's petition. They need to produce evidence to prove that the readings are in any way incorrect, or the city's equipment is not functioning properly. The petitioner did provide the board that with a list of the readings, the billings they find inconsistent. But that the city perspective for that is that only proves that the petition disagree with the city billing, and then there's a reason behind that disagreement. It in no way proves that city's billing was incorrect, or the city's equipment was malfunctioning in any ways. Um, as as we all know, the meter readings, the water usage reading depends on how much was used each month, depends on the individual's case on case circumstance, and there's not necessarily a rhyme or reasons for most of the time. On the other hand, as the city witness have testified, the meter shop did went out to the property on October 2024, find the meter has no shut-off valve, somebody has tampered with the meter, but nonetheless, the meter readings were reliable. They find no fault with the meter during the meter shop visits, other than the potential evidence of the evidence of tampering. The meter itself is very straightforward device. It records the water flows through the meters, and it calculates and sends the numbers to the city. Petitioner had provided no evidence that this process was interrupted or malfunctioned in any way. And also the city witness has testified that the petitioner, for whatever reason, never contacted the city before to attempt to resolve any of her billing issues before filing the TRB dispute. And in general, as the WRB witness has testified, the usage are generally actual progressive, and there were no outstanding estimated bills, estimated readings, and the fact that the case does not there's no evidence to support the water customer's petition, the claim. City would ask the board to dismiss the petition, deny the petition.
Thank you, Mr. Payne. We're going to step back for a few minutes. Everyone sit tight.
Oh, one last thing. The petition did mention like they weren't really reading the bills until 2024, basically approximately when they filed TRB, they find out the bill filed TRB. So if they were reading the bills, this issue might have been solved earlier, as I said, if they contact the city.
Thank you.
Nancy, you have to join. You have to join with your phone too. You have to join on your computer, Nancy. I can't.
Okay, the Tax Review Board is back in session. I think we have all of our members. We did have a brief conversation to review the testimony provided and the evidence submitted, and it is our decision at this time to deny this petition on the merits, and to, however, provide for abatement of the penalty. There was really no information provided to us to establish that the water had not been used. These were monthly bills going out with actual usage and the meter adjusted progressively each month. As we all know, tenant usage is often unpredictable. Unfortunately, Ms. Mohammed, had you been reviewing the bills all along, this could have been discovered earlier, but all of the evidence shows that this was actual usage, no evidence of any kind of malfunctioning meter or ERT at this time. So other than a penalty abatement, we cannot see a foundation to justify any additional adjustment. Can I get concurrence from board members?
John O'Connor, I concur.
Nancy Camarino, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Paula Weiss, I concur.
Do we have can I have a question? Do I have a question?
Yes.
What is our next level of appeal?
So you will get a letter from the Tax Review Board with the decision. It will contain information. You will have 30 days from the date of the decision letter to appeal to the Court of Common Pleas.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for coming in. At this point, we are going to move on to our next remaining matter, and that is what is listed as case number 4 for 9841 Northeast Boulevard, Bustleton Northeast Condominium Association. Last 4 digits of the docket are 3YA0. Mr. Weisgold?
Yes. Oops. Sorry, I was on mute before and I didn't realize what was going on. So I went on my cell phone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you for your patience. We really
I'm sorry, I can't
appreciate
hear
it.
you at all though.
Am I on mute? No, I'm not on mute.
I think your phone was allowing you to hear, sir.
No, he can't hear us.
Yeah, he needs his phone to hear.
But it can't reverberate. Call us back. I don't have the sign.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Let me try to get my phone back on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
All right.
All right, Mr. Weisgold, you can hear us. Can we hear you?
Yes, I can hear you through my phone. So I'm sorry for the technical issues here. Can you hear me? Let me try this again. Can you hear me now?
We're fine.
Your phone, if you unmute your computer, then we get a reverberation that we won't be able to hear you.
Okay.
So I think you should maybe log off of your computer because it sounds to me like your phone is probably the best bet today.
I was going to share screen with you, so let me stay off the computer sounds then, and we'll just use my sound from the phone. So I'm sorry for the lack of technical acuity. Doing my best.
That's fine. We can identify and we actually can't hear you just fine.
Okay, I have a witness who should be allowed in.
She's here. Is it MAS Corp 15's phone?
It's Marie Flynn. That sounds right.
Ms. Flynn, you have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Thank you.
All right, so she's going to testify, Mr. Weisgold?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Flynn, could you please state your full name for the record?
Marie V. Flynn.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Weisgold, we are going to start with the city just to get the numbers on the record, the dollar amounts and dates and controversy. Then we'll come back to you and you can present your case.
Fair enough.
All right, Mr. Peng, is this your case?
Yes.
Okay, is Ms. Smith providing the information?
Yes, Ms. Smith.
Ms.
Yeah.
Smith?
The period in question is the December 22nd, 2020 balance transfer, plus associated penalties and liens up to July 26, 2024. And the balance transfer includes unpaid principals, penalties, and liens between September 15, 2016 through November 23rd, 2020. The principal amount is $46,458.62. The penalty is $11,888.03. The lien amount is $1,000. $1,370.30, bringing the total dispute amount to $59,716.95.
Okay. I think that's a different dollar amount than we have on our petition.
Ms. Smith, my understanding this, the water customer is disputing the entire account as well on this one.
Or let's go back to Mr. Weisgold, I think, and see where we are.
All right, so this is a little confusing. I represent the condo association, Bustleton Northeast Homeowners Association. They're about, I think, 22 or 23 units. They're townhouses with a parking space that's pertinent to them. In about 2002, the city filed a tax lien petition. And then in 2011, they did another tax lien petition. I negotiated with the city and explained that this should not be a lien on this area that they're seeking. It was all, each unit owner has their own responsibility for taxes, and they withdrew both of the liens. Now here, my client never got any bills until 2024 for this alleged water usage. The bills apparently were being directed to another entity called Samelin. I have a copy of the bill addressed to them from 2020 when Mr. Ping sent, and that bill was for $44,414.07 from June 24th, 2020. And when Mr. Ping got involved after I filed the appeal, he sent me a statement that has Samelin as the property owner, and that had a balance of, it's hard to read, but it looks like there was $46,458.62. And then he sent me a separate bill in the name of Bustleton Northeast for $78,742.95. So, this is my understanding. This is related to alleged stormwater usage or stormwater charges. And again, we never got a bill until 2024, and the account was not in my client's name until recently.
Thank you. Let's go back. When did your client, Bustleton Northeast Condo Association, purchase? Well, I don't know. What do they own?
They have a townhouse community, and there's parking spaces that are attached to each property, which are used exclusively by the unit owner. So we don't believe that there's any common. It's a homeowners association. It was developed around the late 70s, and we don't believe that there's any common area that should be associated with this water charge. I mean, we believe that each unit owner gets their own bill and pays it. And this kind of came out of the blue, and it's a homeowners association. They pay a monthly amount every month, but this is way beyond any comprehensible ability for them to pay. So
when you say they get a bill, what do they get a bill for?
They get a bill for their usage and their stormwater charge. Each unit owner gets
right, but what does the homeowners association own where they would get a water bill?
They own, there's a common area, I guess, when you drive in. But we believe that each unit owner in fee simple owns a portion of that area that's designated for their parking space. So we don't really believe that there's a common area that should be just the association's responsibility. There is a tax bill that we get. It's very, very small compared to the unit owners themselves. But I mean, it's very hard for me to understand exactly what the charge is for, because the area that doesn't seem to be associated with each individual unit is pretty small and shouldn't generate this type of stormwater charge.
All right, so let's go back to the city then and try to get at least some understanding of what is this bill supposed to cover, and then we can come back to you and see where we go. So Mr. Peng, is this primarily a stormwater bill?
It's not primarily, it's entirely stormwater. So I was about to address this issue.
Know these things.
So the whether while the customer was hello?
Nancy, go ahead.
There were two people talking and I asked for one at a time and it happened just as I said it.
Okay.
Okay. So what I was saying, like the water account is under the Busselton Northeast Homeowner Association, what is other Sumner LLC guy. From the city's records, all the charges are stormwater. They're all stormwater. This is entirely a stormwater case. So from city's perspective, there's no water usage to be disputed right here. So the current action is usage dispute. What the petition council, the issue petition council raised, shouldn't be discussed here. This.
Mr. Payne, I'm sorry, Mr. Payne. If you see a stormwater case on a water revenue day, please let me know. We wasted Mr. Weingold's time. We wasted the board's time. This is an administrative error on the tax review board's point of view because we misprocessed this petition, but you have to let me know so that way we're not wasting these people's time by scheduling a stormwater case on a water revenue case. So I just ask going forward, if
Yeah.
you can see something like this. We spoke earlier today. I could have administratively changed this and moved this to so that way he could actually speak to someone who could help him on this matter. I'm sorry. It's just, this is something we could have fixed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did I do something wrong here?
You didn't do anything wrong.
No.
I was a little bit confused because I thought the Ms. Weisgold was going to ask for some kind of a penalty waiver because he's disputing the billing address. I was under impression that the dispute was going to be impervious areas and the actual stormwater case.
So it sounds to me that there needs to be someone in law who Mr. Weisgold can speak to in order to determine how this bill actually needs to be formulated. Because if in fact he has documentation that individual unit owners, as part of their unit ownership, also that includes a parking space or some square footage for parking, then that needs to be clearly addressed, as opposed to whether this bill actually is for the entire parking area and goes to the homeowners association. So someone needs to be able to discuss this and take a look at it even before the board may need to discuss it.
I can email the first thing the tax review board is going to do is redocket this matter as a stormwater matter. That matter will be handled by the water department from the law department.
Who comes
Mr. Weisgold, I can put you in contact with someone based on the amount of money that is due here. This will remain at the board level, and I could put you in contact with an attorney from the stormwater unit who can help you understand how this bill came to be, what's the impervious portion, and whether or not the condominium association should apply for credits in any way, shape, or form. That may
also whether this bill is actually an accurate bill or needs to be reconstituted in some way based on the unit ownership.
Yes.
Information.
So I apologize that we docketed this one incorrectly, but the department you need to speak to is the water department, not the Water Revenue Bureau, which is what this hearing is today.
Okay.
So if you allow me to redocket this case, and then I will send you an email tomorrow morning, putting you in touch with someone who can help you with this specific matter. I apologize.
Well, first of all, thank you for your courtesy and cooperation. I appreciate it. And we certainly want to resolve this matter. So if you could send me that information. It's Ms. Andre is your name?
That is correct.
Thank you, Ms. Andre.
I'll email you in the morning, okay?
All right, so we can take off.
Again, we apologize for having you sit through all of this, only to wait till the end to find out that something else needs to happen first.
It was fascinating, I have to say. I was riveted at the end of my seat.
You were riveted?
Oh my, I mean, Mr. Pink's withering cross-examination of those witnesses was, but no, I have a good day, everybody. Thanks for your time. I look forward to getting that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Also, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Flynn. We're again sorry for the
That's
long
fine.
wait to then just move.
It was- Have a good day.
Have a good
Take
day.
care.
You also.
All right, I believe that does complete the docket then.
What an ending.
Right, so we're going to mark this continued Melissa, how do you want us to? what do you want us-
No, actually, this is actually better, on the, because it was an
Let's do an administrative error.
I'm gonna close it on the back end.
And we're gonna ignore it.
Correct.
Okay, all right, I think
Thanks,
that,
everyone.
thank you, and we'll
Bye.
see you whenever the next
Bye,
meeting is.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.